Hello there and welcome to the old horseshoe in the banks of the Olentangy. Home to the Ohio State Buckeyes, one of the great settings in sport, and man, this place is rocking today. This is not just any other matchup. Both teams come in ranked in the top 10, colliding early in the season, each trying to set the tone with a big statement. As we'll see the number 2 team in the country, the Georgia Bulldogs, taking on the 8th-ranked team, the Ohio State Buckeyes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, here in the booth with Kirk Herbstreit. I think we've talked long enough, Kirk. Let's get this game going. The Buckeyes will kick this deep to start us off. And he'll lead the kickoff right there. He'll start from the 25. It's early, but this crowd is fired up. Listen to this noise here. This is going to be tough for the visitors today. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. They don't block the defensive end, who shows some quickness, Kirk, getting around the edge that time.
Yeah, this guy's usually getting around the edge to put pressure on the quarterback, but he reminds everybody here that this guy's a complete package. Not only can he pressure the quarterback, but also he is very, very talented and shows you the physicality he has against the run as well.
Tackle made after a big gain.
Just a really good ball here to be able to pick up this first down for the Georgia offense. And you know, being able to have a balanced attack, so important in modern college football, and Georgia does that as well as anybody.
Offense will set up on 1st and 10. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. Brought down for a loss after the completion. Not what they were looking for.
Well, that's one of those plays that works better against certain defensive looks, but not every defense is the same. They were all over that one. Let's see if they continue to attack to the outside on the perimeter to set something up downfield.
Offense getting set. It's 2nd down. And the quarterback dropping back. And he dumps it off to the tight end. He's brought down, but a solid gain moves the ball across midfield to the 41.
Well, this is what coaches love to see. A quarterback with the ability to read the defense properly and then just get it to the open man. Sometimes it sounds simple, but it's tough to execute. This time we had good recognition by the quarterback. Then he gets it down to the tight end. You can see what he can do after the catch.
Oh, and nothing but green grass ahead. Touchdown, Georgia. Made the defense look slow that time.
Oh, just outstanding execution here by this offense. The offensive line gives the quarterback time, and the quarterback's anticipation was on point. Puts that ball right in the money. The receiver, all he had to do was turn and catch the ball for that touchdown.
No problem with BAT right down the middle. Kickoff team is on the field. Let's see if they give the returner a chance to bring this one back. He'll return it from inside the 10-yard line. Solid job by the coverage team. They bring him down at the 16. Guys up front, lined up. It's 1st down. And they'll keep it on the ground. Running back has a handoff.
You know, in the era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense is countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage and not give up big run plays.
Quarterback looking to throw it on 2nd down. Oh, and he misfires just beyond the receiver's grasp.
Man, Chris, I don't know if that was a bad read by the quarterback or a bad route by the receiver. They got to get this cleaned up before the next time they go through the air.
Offense been in reverse. Way to go to convert this 3rd down. Dropping back, looking to throw for the 1st down. Can't hold on. Good defensive play. Brings up a 4th down.
Whoa, you talk about a big hit there. I think this guy holds on to this football at a critical third down. If this linebacker doesn't lower the blow, great timing on that hit to prevent the PI call and to get this team to fourth down.
He's got some daylight turning on the speed. They finally get him down, but that's a solid return. Good work by the return man. And the powerful Georgia offense is back out on the field. Great possession last time with punching into the end zone. Can the defense come up with a stop this time? And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun.
Defense does a really nice job here of being able to contain that run game, held him just to 2 yards. Chris, to me, this changes the playbook a little bit now for the offense. The guy calling the plays at 2nd and 8, that's a different deal. Now he's got to probably thinking about going through the air instead of staying on the ground.
Defense stops him, but that's a solid game.
Well, there's just so many things happening on these read option plays, and they happen fast. This defense has done a good job of trying to prevent this quarterback from hitting the big play. He gets some yards here, but at least he didn't get out for a big gainer.
Solid gain on the running play. 3rd down now. Offense looking to throw the ball.
Well, that's a thing of beauty right there. Good job all around. Offensive line gave the quarterback enough time. Quarterback puts it right on the money. And with this receiver running a route like this, makes it pretty simple. All you have to do is get his head turned around, catch that football. He's already in the end zone for the touchdown.
With the extra point, the lead is 14. Kickoff team on the field getting set now.
Ohio State, 0.
Return begins inside the 10. And he's tackled at the 21. That's when the drive will start.
Ohio State Buckeyes will take over 1st and 10.
And the Ohio State offense comes back onto the field. Last time was a quick 3 and out. Can they get a drive going this time? 1st down. Looking to throw the football. Airing this one out toward the sideline. And the deep shot falls incomplete. But wait, there is a flag on the play, so we'll check that out. Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. This line getting set up. It's a 1st down play. Quarterback drops back, probing the secondary. Makes a spectacular diving catch. Tackle made, but a strong arm throw by the senior quarterback.
Just another great example, Chris, of an Ohio State quarterback and receiver combination being so dangerous. You think about it, over the last 8 or 10 years, I think Ohio State has been as consistent as anybody when it comes to the passing game and the efficiency that comes with it.
And they try the middle, but stuffed for no gain.
That back just had nowhere to go. Got to give credit to the defense and their run fits on that play.
2nd down after that previous play. There's the snap. They'll set up the throw. They give the running back a touch in the pass game. Catch made over the middle. And an explosive gain moves the ball across midfield. They'll spot it at the 42.
Defense kind of lost the running back here. Makes a nice catch and gets the 1st down in the process.
Buckeyes will line up on 1st and 10. Takes the toss, testing the right side here. They bring him down, but that gain moves the ball all the way to the 31.
You know, Chris, what a great run here. You think about Ohio State, you think lately about those NFL-ready wide receivers. But we all know it starts with their running games, all those great backs they've had over the years.
And the wideout goes in motion. Running game is working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. Nowhere to run up the middle.
The offense has had a really good rhythm in this drive, running the ball, throwing the football. It seems like every play has been positive yards until that stop right there by the defense.
Important 2nd down play coming up. From the gun, he looks for an open man. Cannot escape that ferocious pass rush to sack.
Well, if you're going to be able to play in the SEC and be a dominant team, you have to have defensive linemen like this right here. And we've seen that from Georgia over the years. They've been incredibly blessed to have defensive linemen that can hold up against the run, also have the ability to do this.
Pressure coming, and they've got him again.
The defender did not bite on the fake at all. They were in pass rush mode the entire time.
The Buckeyes will bring their punt team on the field now. They're going to kick it away for the second time. And he boots it out of bounds. Not very long. And the punt lands out of bounds. Let's see exactly where they'll spot it here. First down play call. How aggressive will it be? He'll hand it off. Defense will make the stop. It will probably be the final play of this opening quarter. Here we go. First play of the quarter. Offense setting up for a second down play. Dump off caught by the running back. And it'll be smothered right at the line for no gain.
I can see what the quarterback's trying to do here, Chris, and he gets the completion, but just no gain. There's just no room to go after the catch.
Drops back, looking to throw for it on third down. Oh, a sack. The senior on this defense making a big play. Dogs will bring their punt team onto the field. They'll punt it from inside their own 10. Oh, and he's got some space here. Returner brought down. Sets up the next drive. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense back on the field. They were forced to punt last time. Can they get this offense going finally? Get some points out of this possession.
Out of the backfield and shows his hands on that nice catch.
Makes it second and short. Different pre-snap look from the linebackers now. Second down, we're going to throw it. Quick completion to the tight end. Finally out of bounds after a solid gain, but there is a flag on the field. So let's check this out. New set of downs for the offense. First and 10. From the shotgun, it's a handoff. The gain is 5, so it's second and 5 now.
I think this defense keeps thinking about them throwing the football, and by doing that, they're opening up running lanes. Good positive yards there by the running back.
The gain makes it second and medium. Keep it on the ground. There's the handoff. They make the stop, but not before a solid gain that time.
Chris, what I love here is just the vision by the running back. Showing great patience, the hole opens up, and then he's able to use his speed to pick up some good yards.
This offense has gotten going at long last. It's another first and 10. From inside the red zone, they're looking to throw. This one falls incomplete, but it looked like the defense jumped off. The Buckeyes are moving quickly down the field. Quarterback changing the play now at the line. Offense will keep it on the ground here. And he runs it into the end zone. Touchdown, Buckeyes. The offense stretching the lead, building momentum. Kirk, and if this defense isn't careful, this one could get ugly.
Right now, this is just flawless execution in every phase for this offense. Doing a great job of mixing in their calls. Right now, widening that lead and killing the will of their opponent.
And they're able to tack on the extra point. He'll return it from inside the 5. He's got an opening. Watch out. He's got great speed. Just able to stop him, but it's a great return. Lucky to prevent a touchdown to begin the drive with excellent field position. And the Georgia offense is back out on the field. They're trying to build on their lead. They were forced to punt on the last possession. From the shotgun, here's an inside give. They make the tackle, but that's a solid gain. Moves the ball to the 34.
Chris, a really good job here by this back to be able to find that hole and pick up the yards for this first down. And, boy, Georgia's had some good backs over the years, and this young man is living up to that tradition today.
That's an important first down on that running play. There's the handoff. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there. There's that excellent linebacker with a clear path, just running downhill quickly.
You know, I think one of the great things about watching this guy play all year is his vision. He just has great instincts. That time the defensive line ate up all the linemen, freed up the linebacker to get into the backfield, and the result is a tackle for a loss for the backer.
They bring him down after a solid gain, but it's still well short of the first down mark.
This is an example of a quarterback and his offense just taking what the defense gives you. Not a huge play, but positive yards. The defense wants to give that throw to you. You take it, get the ball to your receiver, stay ahead of the sticks.
And he'll head out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for a first down.
Boy, this defense, everything you want from them they do here except contain the quarterback. Nobody's open downfield. They pressure the quarterback. The only problem is they can't keep him short of the first down marker.
And the sophomore QB with an inaccurate throw threw it behind his man.
From the snap of the ball, it looked like he knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football. But the guy just had him blanketed, and he still tried to get the ball squeezed in there. He's got to do a better job of working through his progressions to find that open man.
Catch made by the tight end.
And here the tight end shows off his hands for a nice gain. Love to see the big man get his touches.
An important third down conversion coming here in the red zone. On third and short, they hand the ball off. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. Well, they run it right into a blitz, and that linebacker was coming downhill, Kirk.
Man, what a time to call that blitz here by the defensive coordinator. And you're right, he shoots right through that A-gap. Really, the back had nowhere to go. By the time he got the ball in his hands, the linebacker's right in his face.
4th down now. Time for perhaps one more play before we hit the 2-minute warning. So no field goal try here. Coach keeps the offense on the field to go for it on 4th down. And they'll run it out of the shotgun. Oh, they've stopped him short. What a 4th down play, and they will take over on downs now.
How about the offense being aggressive? They decide to go for it here, and I got to give all the credit to this defense. Being aware, anticipating the call, knowing exactly where they needed to make the stop, and they did it.
Back in motion now. Here comes a first down pass attempt. Easy throw to a wide open receiver downfield. Breaks clear, end zone ahead. Finally brought down to the 12. An explosive play puts him in great scoring position.
Boy, nice job here by this offense, creating an opportunity for this receiver to excel after the catch. It's early in this game, so this defense better get their arms around this receiver because he could be a monster today.
Buckeyes are in the red zone now. Looking to throw it on first down. Pressure is coming. They got him. Defense comes up with a sack. Timeout called by the defense, their first of the half, as they try to make some adjustments here.
I can't believe the amount of pressure this defense is getting on this quarterback. Sack after sack. Well, you got to think about changing things up. The snap count, the scheme, anything at all to help this offensive line. They're overmatched so far in this game.
Quarterback looking to pass here on 2nd down. He's got it for a big gain. And tackled there by the defense.
You know, in these spread offenses, the game just keeps evolving. The opportunities keep presenting themselves for the big guys to be able to run a corner route. So hard to cover this.
Now the timeout is called by the defense. They've got some things to work out here. So here we go, third down in the red zone, the kind of play that decides football games. They're going to throw for it on third and short. Oh, that one's picked off. And he'll be taken down, but after a good return.
When you get this close to the end zone, you've got to be able to come away with points, at the very least, a field goal. They got to be scratching their heads and hoping that in the second half, this play right here doesn't come back to bite them.
Looking out throwing here to start the drive. And here comes a deep shot. Deep ball is caught for a huge gain here. And they'll bring him down, but this offense creates a huge chunk play. Dogs will hustle to the line here to run the hurry up. On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. Running out of time in the pocket. And a senior making a disruptive impact play. And a quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
This is good pressure by the defense, and it just felt like the quarterback was holding on to the ball a little bit too long, which allowed the defense to get home.
Looking to pass here on 2nd down. Bringing pressure. And they bring him down. That's a very solid gain, but still well short of the mark. So now it's 3rd and short from the 23. Potential 4-down territory. Let's see what the 3rd down call is. Receiver makes the grab.
Chris, in my opinion, what we just witnessed is one of the toughest things to do in football as a defender, and that's making an open field tackle. A lot of times, those one-on-one matchups against shifty receivers, the receiver wins. This time, let's tip our cap to that defender. Great play.
They went for it and failed on 4th down earlier. Let's see if they fare better here. And the quarterback looking to make a play through the air. He's got it. Enough for a 1st down. And the runner steps out of bounds, but does have enough yardage to pick up the 1st down.
Boy, the defense is in the right coverage here. Looked like they had exactly what they wanted to be able to come up with a stop here on 4th down. But there's the timing between a quarterback and the receiver. They knew exactly where they needed to go. Great timing and a 1st down.
Brought down. The completion moves the ball to the 6. Defense getting pushed back. They look to throw it here on 2nd down. Makes it across the goal line. Touchdown, Bulldogs. So still early, but this offense beginning to build momentum and build the lead now, Kurt.
As we've seen over the years, Chris, good teams know how to use the 1st quarter to establish the lead, the 2nd quarter to increase the lead, and the final half just to hold on to it. They're following that blueprint perfectly, widening the distance between them and their opponent before we even get to the locker rooms.
And here's the fair catch by the return man. Looks like the final play of the half coming up.
3:25.
Off the play fake, looking to throw on 1st down. And he lofts it toward the left sideline. Pass caught inside the 10. Minute's going to wrap up the 1st half here. Let's kick it down to Kevin Connors with our halftime update. The Bulldogs will kick this away to start the 2nd half. This one will be fair caught. comes the Buckeye offense onto the field. First play of the third quarter is a handoff. The tackle is made, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what that's about. Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. The quarterback making some changes at the line. Drops back from the shotgun, looking for an open man. Quarterback escapes the pocket. And he runs out of bounds there to avoid the contact and take the loss.
Now the quarterback's doing everything in his power to try to keep this play alive, looking downfield, trying to find an open receiver. Great coverage by the defense, and all he can do is step out of bounds for a loss of 1.
Quarterback wants to throw it on second down. Good as he gets the pass away. And the ball is picked off. Finally out of bounds after a solid gain, but there is a flag on the field. So let's check this out. What's the play call here on second down for this offense? Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. The Buckeyes are moving quickly down the field.
Look, I realize on any play call, when it's properly executed, it can go to the house for a touchdown. But the runs that really make a game plan work are the ones where you get just what you need. And he barely got the first down, but he got it.
It's a solid run. Gives the offense a first down and a new set of downs. Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. Just a small gain, looking at 2nd and 9.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound, and it's really solid defense on that play.
Offense getting set up. Here's second down. There's the snap. Quarterback setting up to throw. The downfield shot is incomplete. Brings up third down.
Boy, this quarterback is really rolling the dice out here today. Remember, he threw an interception the last time they had the ball. I thought he might learn from that, but instead he comes out throwing it into coverage again. Somehow catches a break on this tip ball. If this one was an interception, he better tighten up his decision-making. He's going to cost himself a game.
The Buckeyes will bring their punt team onto the field. And the returner will be brought down. And the Bulldogs offense is back out on the field. And from the shotgun, an inside handoff. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Chris, I think we all kind of get caught up in third down. What is the offense doing on third down? But I think what's also important is how well you defend first down. If you can hold your opponents to a short gain or a tackle for a loss, you throw the offense out of whack, and their game plan gets much more challenging to try to come up with that first down.
Third down play for this offense. And he drops back in the gun. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. The gain is good enough for a first down near the 38.
Boy, this offensive line, you got to tip your cap. They've done everything you would ask of them in taking care of this quarterback. They do it again here on third down, working with that lead. You know the pressure's coming, and they deliver.
Wideouts now clustered. Thrown quickly, caught in the right flat. He's found some room at the 45. Big gain across midfield. Tackle finally made at the 32.
Really good route here by the receiver, but I love the quarterback's ability to look off that safety and make that throw. And that's part of the quarterback's job here when you play in Athens for this Georgia offense. They've had some great quarterbacks over the years. Guys like Matthew Stafford and Aaron Murray, and more recently Jake Fromm, and of course Stetson Bennett, who won back-to-back national championships. And what they're seeing today from this quarterback, they got to be very proud of.
Now it's second down here. Fakes the handoff, looking to throw. Trying to create here on the move. That one falls incomplete. Looking for a flag, doesn't get it. Brings up third down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out the punishment, but here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, he's unable to hold on to the football.
They'll try to move the chains here on the ground. A change of direction. And take the result of the play. The Dogs will line up now. It's first and goal. From the shotgun, drops back looking for an open man. He's got it near the end zone. And he will score. Touchdown, Georgia.
And this running back's going to show you he can be a receiver as well. He's just not back there running the football. Nice job of showing that versatility. Pulls it in and gets 6.
PAT is good. They slammed into the kicker, and penalty markers are down. Now the kickoff team is out on the field.
Sets a kickoff.
This one is not returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone. First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? Early movement there will cost the offense 5 yards. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. First down here for this offense. From the shotgun now, here's a handoff inside. That's a nice tackle there by the senior.
With the defensive coordinator this week, all week telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Quarterback drops back. We're going to test the secondary. He's got an open man downfield, and it's caught. Forced out of bounds after a big gain. This offense set up with a first down.
Boy, what a big-time play here by this wide receiver. You know, sometimes, Chris, I wonder if Woody Hayes would be enjoying this modern passing attack from his Buckeyes. And I like to think that winning would outweigh any concerns he may have about that ball being in the air so often.
Receivers now getting some new assignments before the snap. From the shotgun, handoff inside.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on first down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
Second down after that run on the previous play. They'll run it from the gun. And he'll get the first down yards before they finally bring him down.
You know, offensive linemen are just a certain breed. They're always going to do their job, no matter who's back there carrying the ball. I'll tell you what, they have a little bit more confidence when the person that's carrying the ball can break off some big-time runs. That makes them block just a little bit harder, knowing what he's potentially capable of doing.
Quarterback will throw it off the run-pass option.
These undersized slot receivers can be some of the toughest guys to contain for a defense. They're quicker than they really are fast, and they're very elusive, tough to contain in these one-on-one matchups.
Offense comes up to the line. They might have a chance for a couple more plays before the quarter expires. Quarterback looking to throw it on second down. Finds a man open on the right side downfield. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Ohio State. That's a crucial score. Let's see if they can build momentum and complete this coming?
Well, I know they're still trailing, but that score is a great first step in trying to break down this lead. You don't want to leave it all to the fourth quarter when the pressure really intensifies and you have limited time.
Oh, he's missed it. Extra point is no good.
Georgia 28, Ohio State 13.
Getting set to kick the ball off now.
Number 17, set to kick this one away.
So no return here. He takes it in the end zone, and they'll begin the drive at the 25. So here we go. First play of the quarter. The offense has a first down. Motion by the back will make the defense adjust. A pop pass on the jet sweep. Oh, and he's in the clear now. It's a foot race. At the 30 now. Crosses the 10. Touchdown, Dogs. To stretch the lead, the route is on.
Chris, how dangerous is this offense? Well, of course, you know about the receivers, those vertical shots, but here's an example. You get the ball and the running back out in space, takes it all the way to the end zone for a touchdown.
And the kick is up and good. They tack on a point to their lead. Here's the kickoff team. Let's see if they give the returner an opportunity to bring this back.
Georgia 35, Ohio State 13.
And he'll bring it out from inside the 10. Gets it to the 25-yard line, and that's when they start the drive. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense back on the field. Handoff here from the shotgun. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Chris, I'll be really honest with you. I don't know why they continue to try to run the football. I'm all about balance. I'm all about trying to make sure a defense has to defend the run and the throw. But at this point in the game, they haven't been able to run the ball. They're going to have to go through the air if they're going to come back and take the lead in this game at some point.
Receiver makes the catch. They make the tackle, but not before a solid gain on that pass. Buckeyes come to the line in the hurry up. Quarterback checks the defensive look, makes some adjustments. Try to pick up the third and short through the air. And he's hit right as he throws it. Incomplete.
Oh, the quarterback and receiver just not quite on the same page. But the good news is it's 4th down and short. And trailing in this game, you've got to convert here to keep your hopes alive.
Down late, they'll keep the offense on the field trying to chip away at this lead. They go with a direct snap. Fights off a defender. The Buckeyes are on the move here.
Well, that's where you know a coach trusts the offensive line and his running back. 4th down and short, no problem. Give it to the running back, and the back doesn't hesitate at all. He's able to convert and pick up that nice first down.
On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. He flips it to the back across the middle. They bring down the receiver, but that's a nice gain on that play.
One thing I love about this back is how he gets involved in the passing game. Nice catch here.
That completion sets up a 2nd down play. Quarterback sets up, looking for an open man. Catch hauled in here over the middle. They get him down, but the game moves the ball to the 37. The Buckeyes moving quickly down the field here.
Chris, here we are in the 4th quarter. These guys are trailing. Hadn't been a great day, but with this quarterback, he's as gifted as anybody in the country. You never count these guys out.
The offense will take their first time out of the half to talk strategy here.
Timeout.
Buckeyes begin a new series here, 1st and 10. Off the play fake, looking to throw. Lets it go. But they don't make the connection. That one is incomplete.
Well, Chris, as you know, anymore in college football, these tight ends are essentially wide receivers. They move them all over the place and try to find a good matchup. And they had one. They're just unable to complete the pass.
Back to throw again. Catch made across the middle by the running back.
A fourth quarter down by a couple of scores. This offense doing everything they can to not just score points, but do it in a hurry, try to preserve the clock. Here, they're tackled in bounds. They don't pick up a first down. Good job by this defense to keep that clock moving.
And the 8th play on this drive coming up. Play action fake. Looking to throw. Doesn't hold on. Good hit by the DB. Now it brings up 4th down.
Hey, the good news is here, Chris, they're still in field goal range, and they didn't cost themselves any points. But they could have more. You've got to be thinking about going for this on 4th and short.
Makes the catch, and the offense will keep this drive going. They finally tackle him at the 4. That's a solid gain in the pitch and catch. The Buckeyes come to the line to run the hurry up. They'll try to run it in on 1st and goal. And it's a touchdown, but there is a marker on the field. Of course, they'll decline the offsides penalty, and the touchdown will stand. Coach makes the decision to go for a 2-point conversion. Fired into a tight window and picked off. The 50. Inside the 40. Inside the 20. And he's going to take it all the way back. It's a pick 2. When have you ever seen that before? As the 2-point try backfires big time. Now they get set to kick it away. That one bounces through the end zone, so they'll start at the 25. Big guys up front lined up. It's 1st down. And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun. Breaks one tackle, gets brought down, but picks up some decent yardage.
Well, let's see how these guys do here. They're kind of in that 4-minute offense mode where they're trying to work as much clock as they can on this drive, working with the lead. Still want to be balanced as best you can, but the important thing is picking up first downs, keeping the ball in bounds, and keep working that clock.
There's the tackle, but 1st down yardage.
You know, to me, Chris, with this offense, it's almost an extension of their running game. You put the receiver out in motion, you flip the ball out to him, out to the outside, let him do what he does best, which is use his instincts, and he picks up a first down.
Defense is coming after him. It's incomplete. He was hit as he threw. Good pass rush there on 1st down.
That's a misfire there, Chris. This passing game has got to be able to get into sync and find a rhythm.
Makes a quick grab. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a 1st down.
You know, they've got a lead here late in the game, and the play calling, I think, shows you how much confidence they have in this quarterback. He's had a pretty clean game today, and this decision to still throw the ball with the lead shows you that they believe he's going to make the right decisions and make accurate throws.
Downfield shot, balls incomplete. Couldn't quite connect there.
Well, they don't make the completion here. The timing seemed to be off between a quarterback and the receiver. But, man, this defensive coordinator, you may want to consider getting more pressure on this quarterback by changing some things up. You've got a lot of time back there to throw the ball, and eventually it's going to cost you.
The pocket, nowhere to go here, and the ball is knocked loose. And the defense jumps on the football.
This offense just blew an opportunity. Have a nice lead here in the second half with the football. The last thing you want to do is turn it over, and they put the ball on the ground, and now give your opponent a chance to get right back in this game.
Here comes the powerful Buckeye offense back onto the field. And looking to throw now on 1st down. Oh, it's incomplete. That's a good job of the defender to break that up.
Just a great play on the ball by the defensive back, getting a hand on it and tipping it up into the air. Boy, anytime you see a tip go up, often that defense is thinking interception. This one falls to the ground, but the next tip ball could be...
There's a fastball, but it's intercepted. Follows the pick with a nice return before finally being brought down.
Boy, would this quarterback love to have this one back. They're trying to work themselves back into this game here in the second half, and the defense comes up with a big turnover that could be the nail in the coffin.
offense makes their way on the field. And they'll keep it on the ground, trying to run some clock. Solid run. They'll bring it back at the 28-yard line.
Yeah, I like this call here late in the game like this with the lead. Nothing too fancy, just right up the middle. Trust that offensive line and just running back and just keep working that clock.
Second down play coming up for this offense. They're going to run it here. Breaks loose at the 40. Oh, and he breaks free. It's a foot race. What an electric play. Suddenly, they move into scoring position down to the 24. Well, we thought we'd see that world-class speed flash at some point today, Kirk, and there it was.
There it is. It's a thing of beauty when he gets out in the open field, and I thought he was going to take it all the way to the house. You got to give these defenders some credit. Yeah, they gave up a big play, but what you love is they didn't give up and just let him walk into the end zone. They were able to bring him down. Let's see if it pays off for them in these next few plays.
Oh, what a move. Tackle made after a nice pickup on the play.
You know, I'd say this run is pretty emblematic of what we've seen all day long. No matter what they've done on offense, the guys up front have controlled the line of scrimmage. They've given a quarterback time to throw. They've been able to run, really, whatever they've wanted to. That's why the points are going up on the board. Right now, the psyche of this offense is we're in control, and we can do whatever we want, whenever we feel like doing.
So down here in the red zone, every yard tough to find. Here is a crucial play coming up. They'll give it to the back.
It's been a tough day for them, and the offense is taking advantage of it. Good job at eating as much clock as they can here on this drive in the fourth quarter.
They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. And the Bulldogs come up to the line in a hurry-up. Change of pace, now looking to throw the football. It's incomplete. That was caused by the defensive pressure. And now it brings up third down.
On the set. Let's go.
Keep it on the ground, trying to power in for the touchdown. They were able to get him down.
Well, no surprise there. They gave it to him one more time. The defense is able to come up with a stop. Listen, this guy's already got 3 touchdowns on the game, and he looks hungry for number 4. Give it to him again.
No surprise here. The coach has got the offense on the field. They'll go for it on 4th and goal from the 1. On the ground, trying to muscle it across the line. Touchdown, Bulldogs. And the beatdown continues.
You know, coaches love to see a football team that doesn't get caught up in the scoreboard. They're just out executing and doing what needs to be done. That's what we're seeing from this offense. Yeah, they continue to put points on the board and they're pulling away. I just love to see the execution and how they're going about their business.
Fields it just outside the goal line. And the coverage team will tackle him as the clock runs out. That will wrap up this game. Well, this one ended up being a blowout. They get the W, but they also make a pretty strong statement here today.
Yeah, I thought this game would be a lot closer, at least closer than how things ended up. But give credit to this team for coming out with a good game plan and just dominating the game.